Hey, what's going on, guys? This is the SS Ultimate Goku back with another video, and today I'm going to be doing my WrestleMania 34 predictions. I'm a little late. I know I said I was going to make a lot of videos this week, but I didn't really get to any because I was a little under the weather for a couple days, so a lot of things happened. So really behind in a lot of the stuff that I was going to do. So we're going to get to the WrestleMania predictions here, and there's going to be a couple of notes in here because there is one match that isn't announced, but we know it's going to happen, and we're going to talk about that and give my thoughts about it. Basically, we're going to give the whole in-depth, including the pre-shows matches. This card, I don't think it's the best card. I think WWE really screwed up a lot with this. I hate the main event. I don't think it deserves to be the main event, and we're going to talk about that in its own section. Once again, WWE choosing the wrong guy because they have to push Roman, even though he gets booed out of the building every goddamn week. And, ruining Braun Strowman, who should be in the main event because he's the most over guy in the company and, has muscles somewhat bigger than Braun Strowman, or somewhat bigger than Roman Reigns. But nonetheless, he is getting screwed, yet again, and has to be in a tag match. So we're going to start with the pre-show, and that match, they have announced that both Battle Royale matches are going to be... They're both going to be back-to-back on the pre-show. I totally disagree with that. I feel like they should do one Battle Royale, then do a regular match, and then do another Battle Royale. Now, they could change this, because doing two Royal battles back-to-back, I think, would be really convoluted, to just see two Battle Royals, even if they are the different genders. I feel like you have to have a regular match. So I'm kind of hoping that that's what they do here, is they kind of, even it out here. You have the men's Battle Royal first, then you have the Cruiserweight, because that is the third. That would be the third one, third match, and then you have the women's match, Battle Royale. So there's only a handful of people that I do know are in the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. I'm gonna be completely honest with you guys with this Battle Royale. Honestly, I can honestly say it really doesn't matter who wins this. I hate the concept of the Battle Royale. I know a lot of people like that, all these wrestlers get a chance to wrestle at WrestleMania. I don't like it because it doesn't accomplish anything. Oh, big deal. You get a trophy of Andre the Giant. What does it do? It doesn't do anything for your career. Cesaro didn't get anything out of it. Big Show didn't get anything out of it. Baron Corbin didn't get anything out of it. Mojo Riley most certainly didn't get anything out of it. It doesn't do anything. It will not do anything for the Women's Battle Royal. The Women's Battle Royal will not. That's why I said in my video that this match is irrelevant. It doesn't matter. Like, it really doesn't. It doesn't accomplish anything. WWE needs to make... If WWE really wants to make this Battle Royal mean something, what they need to do is they need to give the winner a title match. You have to give the winner a title match at the next pay-per-view. That would make the Battle Royal mean something, not just winning some trophy. Okay? It's cool they're trying to dedicate it to Andre and stuff like this, but it doesn't do anything. It doesn't accomplish anything. Cesaro probably had somewhat of a push, but it kind of failed, when he, aligned with Paul Heyman. Didn't really work out, Obviously, didn't work out for Baron Corbin. Didn't work out for Mojo and Big Show. Well, they just gave it to him just to give it to him. Because he was the new giant or whatever. So, I mean, it just doesn't matter. Some of these participants that are in here, you got Goldust, you got Broken Matt Hardy or Woken Matt Hardy. Kane's going to be in there. I think Big Show's going to be in there. Shelton Benjamin, Zack Ryder. In terms of who I think will win this, honestly, you know what? I don't know who you give it to here, but it's probably going to either be some new person from NXT or it's going to be maybe Matt Hardy. Because Matt Hardy probably could use the win, I guess, because I mean he just took out Bray Wyatt in the Ultimate Deletion match, so maybe it could help him a little better that that he wins the trophy, somewhat, that he can use this a part of his character. But honestly, I mean, it really doesn't matter who wins this match. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm just gonna go with Matt on this one. We'll see what happens. We got what's his name? Alexandra versus Mafian Ali. I don't watch 205 Live, but yeah, these are the two cruiserweights. They're basically versing each other for the vacated WWE Cruiserweight Championship, and I don't care who wins. Enzo should be still the Cruiserweight champion. Obviously, he got kind of screwed over by this woman that made a false allegation, or at least from my opinion, it was a false allegation. Unless something comes forward in the future that proves that Enzo did something, I'm inclined to believe Enzo on this one. And I know some people still say to this day that, oh, well, Enzo should have informed them. But the thing is, it wouldn't have mattered, because had this girl not made a false allegation, then Enzo wouldn't have been fired in the first place, because this whole thing wouldn't have come up. So regardless of him not informing it, if she made a false allegation against him, then he got screwed regardless. But we got to move on from that. It's over with. We'll probably know more about that, in the future, but, I have to, what I'm thinking here with this Cruiserweight match is I don't know the people that well. So I'm just going to go with Alexandra. And, whatever. He's the new Cruiserweight champion. Then we got the Women's Battle Royale, which I know there's a lot of controversy with this one, because this was originally going to be called the Fabulous Moolah Memorial Battle Royale. It was changed to the Women's Battle Royale due to Snickers getting word about, I guess, Fabulous Moolah's past. And because of this, the name was changed, not because the fans wanted it changed, but because the sponsors wanted it changed, and so that's why WWE changed it. Not because of the fans, but because of Snickers. Snickers gets results, but not the fans. When Snickers aren't hungry for someone, believe me, they ain't gonna eat. So, for this Battle Royale, there's only a handful of people that are confirmed. Sasha, Becky, Naomi, Natalia, Bayley, Lana, Mandy Rose, Sonya Deville, Mickie James, Carmella, I'm sorry. Carmella, and we'll get to Carmella in the future too, by the way, and Dana Brooks. I'm sure there's going to be some other people, some NXT people that are going to be coming into this Battle Royal as well. But what I think is going to happen is I think Sasha's going to win it. I think Sasha will win this Battle Royale, not some new NXT person. And I also think Bayley is going to officially turn heel. It needs to happen. Bayley everything that I've heard is that Bayley is going to be turning heel. And honestly, she needs it because her character sucks. Her gimmick is terrible. It is a one-dimensional gimmick. It doesn't work. It doesn't work unless people cheer for her. And no one was cheering for her when she was the champion and stuff like that. Like, it was such a terrible gimmick. They need to change it. She's not going to be the face of the women's division. She just can't be. The crowd is like, it's not even booing anymore too. She was like, the crowd was just dead for her. They need to change up her character. They really do. A lot of people think Sasha's going to turn heel. I don't think so. Sasha works good as a babyface or as a heel. Her character, she'd probably be better as a heel, but she can work. She's over with the crowd for heel or face. Bayley really needs a change. She really needs a change badly. They need to repackage her. And I think Sasha winning the Battle Royale, winning the women, because I think it's going to come down to Bayley. I think it's going to come down to Bayley and Sasha. And, Bayley's going to eliminate, the third person, and Sasha's going to be, she's going to be, on the other side of the ring. And what I think is going to happen is Sasha, after Bayley eliminates the last person, the second last person, or third last person, Sasha Banks is going to come from behind and is going to eliminate her. And Sasha's going to celebrate with the trophy or whatever, and Bayley is just going to be all pissed, and that's where I think we're going to see the heel turn. She's going to blindside her or something, because that's pretty much how the story's been going, is that when it's all people for themselves, Sasha has gotten the upper hand on her, but Sasha still tried to be friends with her and whatnot. So I think that's going to be the final straw, and Bayley's going to finally turn heel. That's my prediction on how they're going to do it. Maybe hit her with the trophy too. Who knows? So yeah, that's how I'm going with the pre-show matches. So yeah, now we get to the main card, which it's an okay card. It's not a great card, I don't think. I think the opening match is probably going to be The Miz defending the Intercontinental Championship against Seth Rollins and Finn Balor. Personally, I would like either Seth or Finn to go over here, because I'm not a fan of The Miz at all. Good on the mic, but his wrestling really is not that good. So I'd really like Seth or Finn to go over here because of that. But I know WWE is not going to do that, and they're going to have The Miz win. And they're going to have him, break the record. He's not really breaking the record. He's breaking the record of total days as champion. That's something The Miz is actually lying about. The Miz had claimed that he's going to be the longest reigning Intercontinental Champion in history. That's not true. The longest reigning Intercontinental Champion was the Honky Tonk Man. What the Miz is referring to is that the Miz will be the longest total days Intercontinental Champion, which means like all title runs combined. So every title run as Intercontinental Champion that he's had, as days as champion, all combined. So he's combining all his, like, I think, 8 title runs that he's had as Intercontinental Champion, together. So it's combined days as Intercontinental Champion. And that's what they're talking about. Like I said, I think the Miz is going over. I hope Finn and Seth will get more time, where Miz is like outside the ring for a long time, so Seth and Finn can just kind of do it on their own for a while. And then, of course, the Miz can come in and do his little heel dirty thing, at the end to pick up the victory. Yeah, that's how I see it happening. The next match, I think, will be the Usos defending the SmackDown Tag Team Championships against the New Days and the Bludgeon Brothers, which is Harper and Rowan. And a lot of people think the Bludgeon Brothers are going to win here. I actually am going to surprise everyone here, and I think the New Day is going to take it. I think the New Day is going to take the championships here and win them back. The Usos had them for a while. I don't think the Bludgeon Brothers are ready to be the champions. They're even though they've been around for a while, they just recently got repackaged as new characters. They're still the same characters. It's just that they repackaged them into their own type of characters now, being distanced from what they were when they had the Wyatt look on them. I think they're going to have the New Day win it, and then I think maybe next month or in a couple of months they're going to have it. But they might go with the Bludgeon Brothers here. But, I remember them saying that they wanted the New Days to have the most title runs ever. Or WWE wanted that. So I'm thinking that, since they didn't have them wrestle last year at WrestleMania, they had them be the hosts. I think they're going to give the New Day the win here. Something just tells me that. Yeah, it doesn't mean this is the right decision, but I'm thinking also WWE logic here. And thinking that, they're probably going to have the New Day go over. So, yeah. Next we have... I'm going to actually go on a limb here and say that we're going to have Sharmella Flair defending the SmackDown title, women's title, against Asuka. Honestly, I'm going to say this right now. I am not really looking forward to this match. I don't think Sharmell is that great. She gets a lot more opportunities than the other women because she's Flair's father or Flair's daughter. And honestly, I don't see what the big deal is with Asuka. She's undefeated. Okay, big deal. Gilbert was undefeated. I don't see the big deal about Asuka, and I don't honestly see what WWE sees in her. I don't think she's that great of a women wrestler, honestly. I think it will be an okay match. Obviously, Asuka's going to win because they're trying to keep her streak. I don't know how long it's going to last, but they're obviously doing that. So Asuka will take the title here. We'll see what happens from there. but she will be the SmackDown Women's Champion, which means she will be on SmackDown. I don't know why she is still appearing on Raw, despite the fact that she chose the SmackDown opponent. Anytime when you choose your WrestleMania opponent, if it's on the other brand, you automatically go to that brand. You don't just stick around on Raw and SmackDown. You know what I mean? There, it's kind of weird that they did that. Really kind of weird if you ask me there. But yeah, Asuka will go over. Next, we're going to have, I think, we're going to have the Orton U.S. Championship match. He's defending the U.S. title against Bobby Roode, Jinder Mahal, and Rusev. Rusev Day, people, because it's Rusev Day. Orton just won the title at Fastlane from Bobby Roode. This was just supposed to be a triple threat for the U.S. title, but then Rusev was added because he beat Randy Orton in a non-title match a couple of weeks ago. This was a last-second change to put Rusev in the match. I really hope, Rusev wins because Rusev kind of needs something here. Orton doesn't need the U.S. title. He got his little Grand Slam champion by winning it. He doesn't need to have a long U.S. title run. Jinder, I don't know what WWE even sees in him at this point. He's terrible in the ring. Arguably, between him and The Miz, the worst WWE champion of all time. I don't know when Jinder was champion, I was trying to debate on which one was the worst WWE champion of all time, Miz or Jinder, because holy shit. But they gotta, I guess, want an Indian market, so that's why they did it, even though he doesn't deserve it. But of course, WWE will come up with their own logics. I'm gonna go on a limb here. I'm gonna pick Rusev because you know what? They added him here. Last time they did this, they added Dolph, and he won. So you know what? I'm gonna go with Rusev, and we're gonna have a Rusev Day. Gonna have all Rusev Day here, guys. Next we have the Raw Tag Team Champions. Cesaro and Sheamus will defend against Braun Strowman and a partner of his choosing. Now, Kurt Angle has claimed that Strowman has to choose an opponent, or not opponent. He has to choose a partner, or he cannot have this match. So a lot of people are still saying, "Oh, he's not going to have a partner. He's not going to have a partner." He has to, because Angle has said he needs to choose a partner. So he has to choose someone. Regardless, I've been on, thinking of who it's going to be and who he's thinking. Obviously, on Raw, he was just trolling and pretending, and that's why he had Brain Strowman. Obviously, that's not going to happen on the pay-per-view. The way he was describing it. He was basically describing himself, just with a shirt and glasses. So obviously that's not really the case here at all. I am going to go on a limb here, and that's just a limb. It could be, so there's been rumors that it could be Big Cass coming back because he's cleared. You know what? Big Cass wouldn't really appeal to the fans, of him coming back, for a match like this. I think it's going to be Rey Mysterio. I really think it's going to be Rey Mysterio because, they were in negotiations with them. That was confirmed. And obviously the whole thing, kind of fell through because of the injury. And, of course, Undertaker, decided to do the match with, well, we don't know yet, but we'll get to that in a little later. But obviously they were in talks with Rey Mysterio, and I think those talks are still happening despite the fact that he got injured because it was a minor injury. And I think it's going to be Rey. It's going to be Rey Mysterio. And Well, and obviously also I think Braun and his mystery partner, who I think will be Rey Mysterio, will go over, regardless of who he chooses. Braun's team's going over here. So yeah. So next, this is the interesting part. We got Alexa Bliss defending the Raw Women's Championship against Nia Jax. I am going to make a bold prediction here that nobody that I guarantee you, none of you, no prediction video has made this for the WrestleMania prediction. I am predicting that in this match, Carmella will cash in her Money in the Bank and win the belt. She has for like 3 times this month during WrestleMania season has tried to cash in her Money in the Bank against Charlotte Flair, and to no avail. Once Charlotte loses the title to Asuka, there's no way she's going to win that title because Asuka's undefeated, and they're going to keep that streak. WrestleMania is a both brand pay-per-view, and obviously all the pay-per-views are going back to both brands too, following Mania. So it would make sense, since Asuka's going to be going to SmackDown the moment she wins the SmackDown title. That has to happen, because that's the SmackDown's women's title. Wouldn't it make sense that they basically get a trade-off, because Miss Money in the Bank cashes in on the Raw Women's Champion? I think there's 2 ways they can go about it. They can do it like they did with Seth Rollins a couple years ago, where she inserts herself into the match after they both beat the crap out of each other. Or Nia Jax gets so pissed off at Alexa Bliss because Alexa Bliss and Mickie James are making fun of her during the match. They're, doing all these gyrations and stuff like that, and she gets so pissed off that she actually gets herself disqualified. And then when Nia Jax realizes that she got herself disqualified, she gets pissed off even more, and she just starts beating the crap out of Alexa Bliss and Mickie James and lays them out cold, lays them out. They're all knocked out, and then Carmella comes out, cashes in, wins the title. They have to let her win because she's the first women's Money in the Bank winner. She has to win a title. It's one thing for a Raw, or one thing for like Baron Corbin to lose or whatever. One, he didn't deserve it anyways, but 2, there's a bunch of guys that have cashed in already. This is the first women's Money in the Bank match winner. They have to have the first women's Money in the Bank winner cash in successfully. They have to, because there's no history. And do you want to be known? WWE want to be known as the first woman Money in the Bank winner to not win a women's title? You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to have her win it. You have to have her win. And obviously she can't win the SmackDown title now, so she's got to go for the Raw title. And this is the perfect chance. It is a perfect chance. I think that's actually more believable too. Nia Jax, because this whole bullying storyline that they're doing or whatever, even though they did this similarly back with Mickie James, where Mickie James was in Nia Jax's role, and now she's basically playing like the sideline person with Alexa Bliss, encouraging this. It just makes no sense. But yeah, I think she's winning I think Carmella is winning the Raw Women's title. She is walking out with the Raw title. So that's what I think is going to happen. Is Nia is going to beat the crap out of Alexa Bliss so badly that she is knocked out of the ring because she had been just disqualified, and then after that, boom, cash in, boom, 1, 2, 3, over. That is how that match is going. So Carmella will be the new Raw Women's Champion. Okay, so next, we're gonna get to the interesting feel here, and that is Undertaker versus John Cena. Now, this match hasn't been officially announced yet, but it's going to happen. It's the weirdest situation I've ever seen. But I mean, let's face it. It's Undertaker. It's John Cena. The storyline's been pretty stupid, honestly. Undertaker has not made an appearance. John Cena has basically come out as a fan. Something I think is going to happen is he's just going to, like, be a fan. He's just going to, like, come out as a fan, and then he's going to, like, go on the mic, talk about Undertaker, how he didn't accept the challenge, but he's going to be ready to go, like, in case Undertaker does come. And then we're going to hear the gong, and we're going to hear it. And, by the way, I do believe Undertaker is coming back as the Dead Man, not the American Badass or Big Evil. I know there, if you watch Raw, he did kind of, cite out the dead man walking thing. Now, some people were like, okay, that's an Undertaker, dead man Undertaker thing. Nah, because in the song for Big Evil, he did mention, that in the song. But I think they were just kind of giving us an Easter egg on that. I don't think he's coming back as the American Badass. Honestly, I think it would be a mistake if they had him come back as the American Badass. I think they did that as an Easter egg type thing. I think it makes more sense for him to come back as the Dead Man, like, because we've never seen John Cena go up against the Undertaker as the Dead Man. That's what people wanted to see. Of course, they wanted to see that back when the streak was still going on. In the scenario I have seen, in this scenario, Undertaker has to win though, because like he hasn't made an appearance, he hasn't accepted the challenge at all. So if this match does happen, on WrestleMania where he accepts the challenge, Cena's ready to go, they start the match or whatever, Undertaker has to go over here. He has to go over because it's like one, none of these two, it doesn't matter who wins anyways, but it just would make more sense for Undertaker to win because he had to answer this. So my prediction is if Undertaker does answer his challenge, Undertaker will go over. Undertaker will return as the Dead Man, though. I want to make that clear. He is not returning as the American Badass. He was just at Raw 25 as the Dead Man too. Are we all supposed to forget about Raw 25 where Undertaker actually came out as the Dead Man? Like, are we supposed to forget about that now? You know what I'm saying? Like, people seem to forget about that for some reason. Anyways, so yeah, Undertaker will win if the match happens. Next, we have Kurt Angle and Ronda Rousey teaming up to face Triple H and Stephanie McMahon. Ronda Rousey and Kurt Angle win. If this had been Kurt Angle versus Triple H like it originally had been planned, one-on-one, I would have said Triple H probably was going to win. But because it's Kurt Angle teaming up with Ronda Rousey to take on Triple H and Stephanie, they need Ronda to win here. I think Ronda will she'll get a submission victory on Steph. And that will be the end of it. I don't see Triple H tapping out to Kurt Angle because there is some animosity towards those guys still. So, yeah. That is how I see that match playing out. What else we got? Oh, and next, then we have the other McMahon. We have Daniel Bryan. Yes! 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 Returning in his first match in 3 years to team up with Shane McMahon versus Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. Well, okay, plain and simple here. Daniel Bryan and Shane will win this match. Now, I know the stipulation is if, Owens and Zayn wins, they're rehired to SmackDown. Now, some people are like, well, they have to win then. No, they really don't, because the Raw Shake Up is coming up very soon after WrestleMania, and they could just both be drafted to Raw. So, them losing here actually would be fine, because they can both just go back to Monday Night Raw. Daniel Bryan, I think, needs to win here more. This is going to be him returning to the place where he won the world title back at WrestleMania 30. So I think he needs to win it here. So I think Daniel Bryan and Shane will win. And Daniel Bryan then will go on, hopefully, to do some good storyline feuds that could eventually get him back into the world title hunt where he belongs. Yeah, that was a mouthful. But yeah, they're winning. Anyways, and I think we got all the undercard matches, so let's get to the main title matches here. Next, we have AJ Styles defending the WWE Championship against Sami Zayn. I believe AJ Styles will retain the belt here. Shinsuke Nakamura is not ready to be champion. He is not that good. I mean, if you guys really think Shinsuke is good, go watch his Jinder matches. His Jinder matches were terrible. And I know people are going to say, well, that's Jinder's fault. Well, Shinsuke didn't make the match any better. Okay? And you can't use that excuse, because AJ Styles actually had good matches with Jinder Mahal, which is an actual surprise. Like, the match that he won on where he won the title on SmackDown and the Clash of Champions match, those matches were good. And it was because of AJ Styles. So you can't tell me that Shinsuke is good, because he had many chances. He even had a match with Dolph Ziggler, the best worker right now, in-ring worker. One of the best in-ring workers in the business. The best in-ring worker in the business. So you can't tell me that, like, oh, well, no, that's, like, that's, that you can't use that excuse. Yes, I can. I can use that as an excuse, and I will use that as an excuse. Shinsuke is not that good. His style just doesn't fit WWE style, unfortunately. AJ, I think, like I said, I don't think Shinsuke is ready to be champion, because this is like his first year on the main roster, or first full year on the main roster now. And number two, I think AJ needs to win anyways, because he's like kind of the big guy on SmackDown right now, so he needs to keep the hold of the title. I know he has an injury problem right now, but his injury problem though isn't that bad. From what I've heard, it's not that bad of an injury, and if it really was bad, he wouldn't have wrestled a tag team match on SmackDown this past Tuesday. He was limited in what he could do in the match, but he still wrestled. So the fact that he wrestled tells me that he's going to be fine for Mania, and it tells me that the injury is not that serious. It's just they have to limit in what he can do, and that's what they've been doing the past few weeks now. So, yeah, AJ's going to go over here, and I think he deserves it anyways, honestly. He should have that moment for him, holding the title at the end of Mania, or second last to end of Mania, I should say. So, yeah, AJ wins and retains the WWE title. Finally, we get to the main event, and that is Brock Lesnar defending the WWE Universal title against Roman Reigns. And sadly, as much as I hate to say this, Roman Reigns will go over. I am not picking that because I like him. I do not like Roman Reigns. I wish Brock Lesnar would win this match, but honestly, they're not going to do that because, well, I'll just say this one thing right now. Both of these two are going to get booed out of the building. It's going to be Goldberg-Lesnar WrestleMania 20. It's going to be that match all over again. You hear some people like cheer for Roman, when they did the Marshall thing, but then they booed him. You know, last Monday on Raw, right? When you know, they were you know, cheering for him when he came out, right? For a little bit, and then when he started getting the offense on Brock, you know, and they started doing the Superman punch and stuff like that, and you start hearing the boos again. That's what I'm telling you. It's a mix. They don't know to cheer for him or not because they don't want to cheer for him. But they also don't want to cheer for Brock because he's a part-timer. They don't like cheering for Brock either. So it's like, that's why I'm telling you, when those two go out in the ring, I'm telling you right now, it is going to be Goldberg, Brock, all over again, WrestleMania 20. That is going to be the match. That is going to be what it is. Like, no one is going to like that match. I don't know why WWE keeps putting this guy in the main event. He gets booed, and people are like, well, you know, he still gets a reaction. I'm like, yeah, but he's not getting the reaction WWE obviously wants, so it's still failing. The fact that they have to keep doing these coronations proves that no one gives a frig about Roman Reigns. So, no, that's a stupid logic. Roman's gonna win. Strowman's gonna get screwed because now he's gonna have to be in a tag team division for like 3 months or whatever. And while Roman gets to, you know, prounce around as the fake babyface, you know, when he's gonna get booed, everyone should just start chanting that we don't like you. Like the next night on Raw, when Roman comes out with the Universal title, everyone just starts chanting, we don't like you. Maybe the WWE will get it then. We don't like you. We don't like you. You know, like, holy crap. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is so ridiculous. You know, and we're going to have him in the main event then next year, too. Then we'll have him in the main event next year. You know, this is his coronation, his 4th coronation, right? Or whatever it is. It's going to be his coronation. And then, oh, yeah, now we're going to have him in the main event again. You know, we're going to have him in again. We're going to have him again and again and again, you know. Oh, my God. You know, proving CM Punk's logic correctly that they won't put anyone else in the main event. You know, give someone else a main event opportunity. Oh, no, we won't. Because we just got to keep relying on this all the time, you know. So, yeah, Roman will win, sadly. And that's your new Universal Champion. So those are all my predictions. Long video. Let me know what you guys think. Do you guys agree? Do you guys disagree? Comment, rate. If you like this video and my other videos, please subscribe. And that's about it, guys. I am the SS Ultimate Goku, and I'm out of here. Peace.